Hi, in this video I'm going to talk about the basic structure of computers. So first we are going to discuss about what is computer architecture. So computer architecture comprises three parts. One is computer hardware, instruction set architecture, then computer organization. What is computer hardware? So computer hardware is nothing but electronic circuits, displays, magnetic and optical storage media, and communication facilities. What is instruction set architecture? Instruction set registers, memory organization, and exception handling. There are two main approaches. One is CASC architecture and other one is a RISC architecture. CASC denotes for complex instruction set computer and RISC denotes for reduced instruction set computer. What is computer organization? So computer organization is high level aspects of a design such as memory system, bus structure, and the design of the internal CPU. So next we are going to discuss about what is meant by computer and what are the different types. So what is computer? So computer is nothing but fast electronic calculating machine which accepts digital input and processes it accordingly to the internally stored instructions and produces results on the output device. The internal operation of a computer can be as depicted in the figure below. So there are three operations. One is a fetch, second one is a decode, third one is a execute. What is meant by fetch? Retrieve the next instruction from the memory. Okay, so whenever we write the program, program means nothing but a set of instructions. So program is stored in the memory. Once we are executing a program, we have to retrieve a program from the memory, retrieve the next instruction from the memory, and then increment the program counter. Then second step is decode. So decode the bit pattern in the instruction register. Then we have a execute. So execute means it performs the action requested by the instruction in the instruction register. These are the different types of computer. What are the different types of computer? First one is a microcomputer. Microcomputer, the other name for the microcomputer is a personal computer. It is mainly designed to meet the computer needs of an individual. It provides access to a wide variety of computing applications such as word processing, photo editing, email, and internet. This is a microcomputer. Next one is a laptop computer. What is laptop computer means? It is a portable, compact computer that can run on power supply or a battery unit. So all components are integrated as one compact unit. It is generally more expensive than a comparable desktop. It is also called a notebook. What is the other name for the laptop is notebook. Next one is workstation. What is workstation? Workstation is a powerful desktop computer designed for specialized tasks, generally used for tasks that requires lot of processing speed. It can also be an ordinary personal computer attached to the local area network. This is a workstation. Next one is supercomputer. What is supercomputer means? A computer that is considered to be fastest in the world. It is used to execute tasks that would take a lot of time for both other computers. Supercomputer means it is the fastest in the world. It is used to execute the task that would take a lot of time for other computers. For example, modeling weather systems, genome sequence, etc. Next computer is a mainframe. So mainframe, it is a large, expensive computer capable of simultaneously processing data for hundreds or thousands of users. It is used to store, manage, and process large amounts of data that need to be reliable, secure, and centralized. This is a mainframe. Next one is a handheld. What is handheld means? It is also called as PDA. What is PDA means? It is a personal data assistant, personal digital assistant. It is a computer that fits into a packet, runs on batteries, and is used while holding the unit in your hand. Typically used on appropriate book, address book, calculator, and notepad. This is a handheld computer. Next one is a multi-core. So multi-core means it contains multiple cores, that is a parallel computing platforms. Many cores are computing elements in a single chip. The typical examples are Sony PlayStation, Core 2 Duo, i3 and i7. These are multi-core. Next, we are going to discuss about the different functional units of a computer. So, a computer actually contains 5 functional units, namely input unit, output unit, central processing unit. What is central processing unit means? It is a combination of ALU and control units and memory. In addition to that, 4 or 5 units, we have a bus. Okay, bus is used for connecting all the different functional units. This is a basic functional unit of a computer diagram. Okay, in this diagram, as we already told, there are 5 units. One is a input unit. This is a input unit. This is actually the input unit. Then we have output unit. That is, for that we are using IO system. Then CPU. Okay, CPU means it is a combination of ALU and control unit. What is CPU denotes for is? CPU denotes for combination of ALU and control unit. So ALU means it is a arithmetic and logical unit. So it is capable of performing arithmetic and logical operations. Then control unit. It is responsible for coordinating the different units. Then we have a memory. What is memory? We have different memories available. One is main memory, second one is a cache memory, and third one is a secondary memory. What is cache memory? So cache memory actually, it is competing a space with CPU. So compared to other 3 memories, that is main memory and secondary memory, cache memory is a much faster memory. So whenever we need any program, we can take program from the cache memory. Suppose the program is not available in cache memory, we can go for the main memory, then we can go for the secondary memory. So main memory, what is main memory means? Once we write the program, that program is stored in the secondary memory only. Whenever we are going to execute a program, that program should be brought from secondary memory into main memory. Okay, so here we have to connect memory and CPU. That is how we are going to fetch the data from the memory is by using 3 things. One is address. By using address only, we can fetch the data from the memory. Once the fetching is completed, data or instruction is available. Okay. So now, as I told, what is computer? It is a sophisticated electronic calculating machine. It is not an automatic machine. Remember, computer is not an automatic machine. It accepts the input information, processes the information according to the list of internally stored instruction, and produces the resulting output information. The functions performed by the computer are accepting information to be processed as input, storing a list of instructions to process the information, processing the information according to the list of instructions, and providing the results of the processing as output. These are the functions. All computer functions are data processing, data storage, data movement. So data means information. Data equal to information. Once we get the data from the user, it will be processed. So whenever it is needed for future, we got to store it in memory. And data movement. So data movement means movement of data from memory to processor as well as processor to memory. Then control. What is control? It coordinates how the information is used. These are the functions of the computer. As I told, it accepts the information. What is information? Information is classified into two types, either a program or data. So program means it is a set of instructions. Suppose, for example, when we are writing a program for adding two numbers, we need to write the instructions. What is data here? When we add two numbers, that two number A and B are the data. Okay, so how we are providing the information to the computer is by using the input unit. By using the input unit, we are providing the data that is transferred to the memory. So information is stored in the memory. Once it is fetched, information stored in the memory is fetched under the program control into an arithmetic and logical unit for processing. So the processed information leaves the computer through an output unit. So the control unit controls all the activities taking place inside the computer. So this is a summary of all the 5 units. What is the input unit? So the input unit accept the information. Okay, accept the information. So human operators, electromechanical devices, or other computers. Through the human operators, we are providing the data. The medium we are using for transferring the data is keyboard. Okay, keyboard is a popular input unit. Mouse is also another input unit. And once we got the input through the input device, it is stored in the memory. The function of the memory is to store the information. Okay, information, there are two types of information. It may be an instruction or it may be a data. This is actually a set of instructions. Program, what is program means? It is a set of instructions. Then we have a ALU. What is ALU? It is a arithmetic and logical unit. It performs the desired operations on the input information as determined by instructions in the memory. So ALU, arithmetic and logic. Control unit, what is the function of the control unit? Is it coordinates various actions, input, output, and processing. So these are the functions of the arithmetic and logical unit. The operations are executed in the arithmetic and logical unit. Arithmetic unit, that is arithmetic operation. What are the different arithmetic operations are? Addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, and modulus. These are the different arithmetic operations. Logical operations such as comparison of numbers. So in order to execute an instruction, operands need to be brought into ALU from the memory. Operands are stored in general purpose registers and available in the ALU. Access times of general purpose registers are faster than the cache. So output unit, the computer represents the information in a specific binary form. The output units interface with output devices. It accepts the processed results provided by the computer in specific binary form, and it converts the information in binary form to a form understood by the output device. Control unit, the function of the control unit is the operation of the computer can be summarized as I told. It accepts the information from the input unit, stores the information in the memory which is needed for future, and process the information by the ALU, that is arithmetic and logical unit, and provides the processed results through the output units. So these all the operations of input unit, memory, ALU, and output unit are coordinated by the control unit. Who will coordinate? Okay, so the coordinating activity is performed by the control unit. Instructions control what operations take place, and the control unit generates timing signals which determines when a particular operation takes place. What is CPU? CPU denotes for Central Processing Unit. It is the brain of the machine, and it is responsible for carrying out the computational task. It contains ALU, control unit, and registers. So ALU performs arithmetic and logical operations. Control unit provides the control signals in accordance with some timings which in turn control the execution process. The register, that is general purpose register, stores the data and the result and speed up the operation. So this is a control unit diagram. So the control unit works with a reference signal called processor clock. The processor divides the operations into basic steps. Each basic step is executed in one clock cycle. This is an example. Okay, add R1 comma R2. So during the time T1, it enable R1. Then during time T2, it enable R2. During time T3, it enable ALU for addition operation. During T4, it enable the output of ALU to store the result of the operation. So now I will summarize the functional units. So there are 5 units, as I told. One is a input unit, second one is a memory, third one is ALU, that is arithmetic and logical unit, fourth one is output unit, and fifth one is control unit. So the function of the input unit is it performs, it gets the input from the user. Okay, for that it uses any one of the input device such as keyboard. Then memory. So memory, I told about 3 memories. One is a main memory, second one is a secondary memory, third one is a cache memory. The difference between main memory, secondary memory and cache memory, secondary memory is much larger memory. So whenever we write the program, all the programs are stored in the secondary memory. So whenever we are going to execute a program, the program needs to be brought from secondary memory into main memory for execution. Then what is cache memory is, cache memory, there are 2 types of instructions are stored in the cache memory. One is most frequently needed instructions and the other one is a recently executed instruction. So those instructions are stored in the cache memory. Normally memory unit stores the information in the form of instructions and data. Instruction means it is we are instructing the computer to do the perform the particular operation. Data means nothing but the whatever data that is needed for processing. For example, when we are doing addition, C equal to A plus B, here 2 data are required, A and B, that are data. Then ALU. What is the function of ALU? ALU performs the desired operations on the input information as determined by the instruction in the memory. Output unit. What is output unit? Output unit sends the results of processing. There are different output devices. One is monitor and other one is a printer. Monitor and printer. What is the difference between monitor and printer? Monitor, we can only view the result. Suppose if you are performing an addition of 2 numbers, when we write the program, we can give the input, only we can view the results. But printer, we can take the printout of the particular result. We can, whatever result we got, that we can take the result through the printer in a paper. Okay, that is actually printer. Control unit. The function of, what is the function of control unit? Control unit will coordinate the various actions like input, output and processing. Okay, these actions are carried out by the control unit. The main function of the control unit is it is responsible for coordinating all the activities.